Hello, welcome to Dave's Auto. Today I'll be working on a 2012 Kia Sorento with a four-cylinder engine, and I will be replacing the front strut assembly on the driver's side. Um, I already put the vehicle on the lift and removed the wheel off, so the wheel is off. The next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to remove the sway bar link over here. Um, it has two sides, right? There is one side that bolts to the strut, and the other side bolts to uh, the sway bar assembly. So I will be removing the side that bolts to the strut, and this is going to be a 17 millimeter nut. So that's what you need. You need a 17 millimeter socket to remove the nut. Um, Sometimes if you're lucky, you can get away by putting an impact gun on it, and you'll be able to take the nut off. If you're not able to do that, then you're gonna have to put a hex bit socket inside, right, whilst you turn the nut to remove it. So this is what I'm talking about. You're gonna need a 5 millimeter hex bit socket like this to put it in a slot, right? So you can hold the bolt whilst you unscrew the nut. So you're gonna put it in there and put put a ratchet on it, and then you can put a wrench, a 17 millimeter wrench on here to unscrew whilst you hold it steady. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, so this is what I was explaining. Um, you can put the ratchet on there, and then you can also put the 17 on here on the nut. Okay, so I already did that, so this is ready to come out. Okay, okay, so that's off. All right, we can lay it to the side. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the two nuts off that holds the strut in place. All right, so yeah, it's gonna be a 19 millimeter socket. But before you take it off, um, make sure you kind of mark where the strut is on the spindle. All right, so that when you're putting it back, you kind of put it back the same way, because otherwise it's gonna affect alignment. Alignment is gonna be off. So just make sure that you make a mark um, on there. So once you're putting it back, yeah, you put it back the same way. All right, do the same thing here too. Otherwise, the alignment is gonna be off. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and like I said, this is a 19 millimeter socket. So we'll take this off, and then we'll take that off as well. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so this nut is off, both of them. Now the bolt is a little bit stuck in the spindle, so you're gonna have to gently tap it a little bit out. Um, just make sure you don't mess up the threads. So what you can do is you can bring the nuts all the way to flush with the tip of the bolt, so you don't mess up the threads, right? And then gently tap it so you can. Okay, that's good. And you can do the same. On here. Or you can also remove it from the back of it, right? You can put an impact on it and unscrew it whilst you use something to push on this side to be able to move it out. But pretty much it's gonna work out the same way. And as you can see, the threads don't start right at the tip of the bolt. It starts right here, so it gives you room not to mess up the thread. So you could just hit on this a little bit just to put it out if you need to, but just be gentle. All right, so we can go ahead and get the two bolts out, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so we took the bolts out. The next thing we want to do is to go ahead and remove the ABS sensor. It goes in there over here, so we could just pry it out. Okay, like so. So this is out of the way. All right, so we know the strut is going to be free. We can just go ahead and wiggle it out. Just be careful with the CV axle, because if you do it all the way, you might mess it up over there at the joint. So just be careful as you wiggle it out, so it doesn't fall all the way. It might, you might be able to pop it out, and you don't want that. It's because if you're putting it back, you have to make sure everything goes in the groove. I'm talking about the CV axle. So just be gentle and be careful. All right, so now everything is, detached down here. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the vehicle down, and there should be bolts holding the strut mount. So we can go ahead and remove those bolts, and we can take the strut out. Okay, so let's bring the vehicle down. Okay, so these are the 3 nuts holding it. Once you take the 3 nuts off, it's a 14 millimeter. Strut is going to drop, and that's it. The strut will come out, and you'll be able to replace the strut. Okay. All right. So it's getting ready to come out. Okay. So guys, this is it over here. So this is how you replace the strut. You just go ahead and put a new one on there. All right. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to share, subscribe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.